Lovely fans, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to show you how to make a very cute summer dress. So if you want to learn how, keep on watching. As you can see here, I already pre-cut the fabric so it's much faster. I also modified the neckline from round to square neckline. I also used the bodice that I drafted a few years ago. I'm going to put the cards up here so you can go ahead and check it out. Cut out two pieces of all-in-one facing. It is neck facing and armhole facing. So one for the front and one for the back. And here I'm just transferring the darts from the pattern onto the fabric. Going to pin it secure and I will sew it. I usually start from the waistline down to the apex. After I sewn the darts, it should look something like this. I'm also going to press it so the darts will lay flat. This dress is going to have a side zipper. If you want to learn how to attach a side zipper, I'm going to put it on the cards up there. I'm going to sew the shoulder seams first. And I will do the same thing on the facing. I will sew it on the shoulders. Remember that the right sides of the fabrics are facing each other. It should look something like this. I'm going to open it up just like so. And now I am going to put it on the bodice. So I'm just going to open it up just like this, and right sides of the fabric are facing each other. And remember that the facing for the back bodice and facing for the front bodice should match as well. I will match the shoulder seams and I will also open the seam allowances just like this. As you can see, I also overlocked the raw edges here, and now I am going to sew the neckline. As I reach the corners here, I am going to lift up the presser foot and then turn the fabric and continue on sewing. And I'm going to do the same thing on all corners of the neckline. Going to clip all four corners of the neckline just like this, and I'm also going to trim off the excess fabrics. Now I am going to understitch the facing. Reason for that is it prevents the facing from sticking up. And be sure that the seam allowance is facing the neck facing. And it should look something like this. As you can see, the neckline is flat and it's also finished. Now it's time to finish the armhole facing. First, I am going to roll it into a burrito or a log so I can reach the other side just like this. And I am going to grab the facing just like this. So the burrito or the log is in between the bodice and the facing. Now I'm going to match the shoulder seams and I'm going to pin it to secure, and I'm also going to match the facing and the armhole just like this. Now I am going to sew this curve right here. As you can see, as I reach the curve, I am helping out my fabric by pushing it and guiding it a little bit. I am also going to trim the excess fabric, and I'm also going to clip it, especially on the curve, just to release the tension around the curve. And then I will carefully pull the burrito or the log through the tube that I sewed earlier. You can see here the armhole is finished already and it looks super pretty. And obviously, I am going to do the exact same thing on the other sleeve or armhole. So I'm going to roll it into a burrito, grab the neck facing or the bodice, turn it around and pin it to secure, then sew it. To finish the armhole, you are going to open up the facing and match it just like this. And you are going to sew a straight stitch from the facing down to the waistline. And the bodice should look like this. As you can see, I have a clean neckline and clean armhole. It looks super pretty and looks so professional. And if you want to, you can hand sew the facing inside the fabric, but that's optional. It's totally up to you. Now it's time to make the bottom of the dress. I am just going to basically trace an A-line skirt pattern, and I'm going to sew the side seam. And then I'm going to open it up like this, and I will match the bodice and I will pin them to secure. And then I'm going to sew it from here to the other end. Like I said earlier, I already have a tutorial on how to install a side zipper. I am going to have it linked in the description box below. To be honest, you guys, I actually struggled to pattern match this dress. At the end of the day, I just kind of like gave up because I was running out of fabrics. To close the seams, I'm just going to open up the facing like this, and I'm going to do a straight stitch from here down to the hemline. And at the last minute, I decided I want this dress to have a little flounce on it. So I decided to add some ruffles on the bottom. I already showed you how to make that, so I didn't include that in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I upload every Monday and Friday at 9 o'clock in the morning Central Time. I will see you in my next video. Bye!